Hello everyone. My name is Hiawatha. You are on youtube.com / a whole bunch of random letters and numbers. And today I have game 2 of the EGC Winter Championships Grand Finals between Marine Lord spawning on the bottom right corner of Mongolian Heights as the Rus, spawning 3 scouts out of his TC right away. Okay, Marine Lord, you know what you're doing. I'm not gonna question it. That's crazy. That's a crazy opening. Up against his opponent in the red, on the other side of the map, we have Hera spawning as the Delhi Sultanate. Again, 2 very high-level players, part of a $20,000 tournament. This game, Age of Empires is weird because mainstream esports doesn't really give a crap about RTS, but I do. And great community members like the people behind EGC do as well. And speaking of great people, we have Hera being a great player, open up with a dock on Mongolian Heights in order to try to take control of the water. Those early Delhi fishing ships able to do a lot of damage and hold off a lot of potential pushes from an opponent, especially when they're getting on the map nice and early. But you know what? I think that's why Marine Lord went with 3 scouts opening, because that opening allows you to really put that pressure on it. Hera was smart and had the presence of mind to put out 2 villagers, so the dock for sure went up either way. But it's tricky now because this dock's already at like 3/4 health at this point, just about. And the first ship is just coming out now. It's not gonna be enough to clean up these scouts once they're out. And Hera did open with a second scout himself and not losing that first villager. But this is a really intense start to the game. I was not expecting to have to talk about this game this quickly so far. But more scouts coming out from Hera. Looks like he's trying to build up some more scouts out of his TC in order to try to get some control back over here. The fishing ship once it's out will help a lot. But either way, opening up onto the food and the wood to try to produce more fishing ships in order to have a heavier fishing economy going. And scouts finally pulling off once they see that Delhi fishing ship coming out. Oh, okay. 2 minutes into the game, I can finally breathe. This villager, I don't know if that was cued that way on purpose or not, but he is going to go down to the scouts. Some TC fire for sure going to take a pick on one of these scouts, I hope. This guy's going to go down right here. There we go. So 1 scout going down. We have an equal bit of engagement here. Some health being lost for... Actually, not equal. There's 4 scouts. Jeez, Marine Lord. How many scouts did you make? I digress, though. Marine Lord opening up onto the food as well. Looks like he's actually making his way over to drop a dock 2, so that he can be on the water as the Rus. And the Rus, as you may know, the Logia fishing ship and Logia attack ships are 2 of my favorite boats in the game because they're so versatile. I actually have a video coming out about that. It may have already come out by the time this cast is up, but I have a video talking about the Logia ship and how just awesome it is, and the fact that it doesn't have to go back to the dock in order to drop off its food means that it's really versatile and can kind of travel around the map and then transform into a ship that does actual damage. So it's a really great ship to have, but it looks like he's actually putting up some walls and then going to drop his dock in order to protect his own fishing economy. That early aggression from the Delhi on the water can be an issue once you see he's already sending his fishing ship down. So he wants to get his arrow fire onto the villager putting up the walls, or potentially onto the scouts as well, in order to get some damage done, prevent further economic boom on the water from his opponent. And it looks like it's not going to be the case here. He's too little too late, and now having to go for that fish instead. So let's take a moment here. We have a bit of downtime for a second here. Let's look at the income per minute tab. Income per minute, Hera ahead in food because he does have 3 fishing ships out before his opponent's even able to get out a dock. And back at home, he's got 4 more on food and the rest on wood. We haven't expanded onto our gold yet because we don't need to. In the meantime, however, Marine Lord is Marine Lord is getting that dock up now, getting harassed by this 1 scout, but going to be able to finish this dock probably before it goes up, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, never mind. Scout is going to push off this villager, and now the other scouts are going to have to come in and support the villager in order to get that building up. And animation canceling from Hera hopefully is enough to take out this villager, but oh no, the sheep block? What? Was the sheep positioned there on purpose to block Hera, or was that just a coincidence? Because if it was on purpose, that is the most goated sheep I have ever seen in my life. Absolute goated sheep. That's hilarious. Regardless, though, more fishing ships coming out from Hera. Going to try to boom on that water, and now Marine Lord is free to do so as well, pumping out some ships too. He is population blocked right now, so just finishing that house and going to be able to get some more vills out. As the Rus, mind you, if you are unaware, Marine Lord does not need to go around the map, and he does need to go around the map and kill Hunt in order to get enough gold to actually age up. Whereas on the Delhi, they don't have to do that. They actually have to use the gold outcropping that's in their base. So I kind of said that in a way that made it seem normal for civs to have to go out and kill Hunt to gather deer, but I digress. Hera saying to Marine Lord, hey, your Uber Eats is here, dropping off 2 dead scouts and a whole bunch of sheep back at his opponent's base. Not a great start for Hera, I would say. While he is ahead economically for the moment in most categories, the food is absolutely booming for Marine Lord now, considering he's got, what, 12 villagers on food, plus what's ever coming out in the water now. Plus, he's got the wood production to keep the food economy booming on the water. It's just going to be a lot for Hera to deal with. I'm really kind of scared for him this game. Either way, though, Hera trying to get a wall up of his own in the middle of the map. Marine Lord's 4-scout opening is just so strong. He's able to get so much control of this map and really force idle time and force a lot of potential mistakes from Hera. Who's not typically known for micro mistakes, but Marine Lord is actually going to be aging up later than Hera. Hera going up with the Dome of Faith already, about a third of the way done, a quarter of the way done rather, with 4 villagers. Meanwhile, back at home, where is our building? Are we going up the Kremlin? Yes, we are. There we go. So, Marine Lord saying, you know what, I'm kind of tired of playing the Rus. I'm going to play the Chinese. And he's going to take 5 villagers and put up the Kremlin, which is a defensive landmark. If you're unfamiliar, it acts as a wooden fortress. So within the influence of trees and lumber camps and such, there's 20% more wood that's dropped off to the lumber camp. But since he's not near any trees, it's not going to be a factor here. It's more so because it's a very strong military building that has a pretty solid range, can really try to get some picks going on some of these fishing ships from his opponent, and hopefully put the nail in the coffin on his fishing economy. I would like to see from... Okay, Hera is taking that fight on that wolf over there. From Marine Lord, some presence over here, maybe another wall before Hera can respond. Just so that way Hera is kind of confined to this little area. Mind you, it's a little area with some of the most fish in the game, but Hera's already confined himself with this wall here. So it's going to be a bit of a tricky situation to get out of for Hera. Hera just going to finish going up to the next age right about now, whereas Marine Lord is going to be a couple of seconds behind or so. And back at home, we've got a raid going on with the scouts here on the gold of Hera. Luckily, again, Hera with... The last game I casted from these two as well, the town center was just really close to the gold enough where the harass wasn't really viable for Marine Lord because of the villagers can pull back and take the fire from the TC. But it looks like Hera this time is opting to go for a little bit of aggression with the villagers themselves. They're going to try to take out these scouts on their own with some support of... wow, what a surround, actually. Forcing him to kind of get stuck into the gold. He pulled off a little bit. No villagers seemingly going down in that exchange. One scout does go down. And with the help of Hera's own scout, now able to pull away and kind of keep the economy going. Take a look at our unit count here. 35 economic villagers for Hera versus 31 of Marine Lord. That's going to be the advantage you see when it comes to these ships on the water. However, if you notice there's 12 military units on the map for Hera. 13. Does that count the fishing ships, actually? I think it does. Now that I think about it. Never mind. Either way, the fishing ships, I guess, count as military units for the Delhi because they shoot arrows, which does make sense. And now Marine Lord's going to have to pull off a little bit here, and we have the Kremlin up and taking some fire on... Whoa, okay, there's a dock there too. Looks like we're going to go open with some Logia attack ships and try to really put the pressure on our Delhi player at the front here. Another dock has gone up for Hera, however, and now he is going to be able to hopefully pump out some Dows to help prevent against the push and have to isolate his fishing economy over here instead. What's the fishing economy look like right now for Marine Lord, though? He's got 9 fishing ships. Hera has 8, so actually Marine Lord's now pulling ahead in the number of ships on the map for his food economy. Scout's going to try to take down this dock, which is still only at half health. This never was repaired. A Dow coming out here now. A Dow coming out up there in a couple seconds here. Scout's going to try to push off these other scouts from Marine Lord. And Horseman finally coming out from Hera. We did put up a stable. We watched that go up. Double stable coming out. And what technologies do we have so far? We're getting our economic upgrades as Delhi. You always go for that. We don't have a mill yet. I would have liked to seen a mill at some point soon. However, you do want to keep up your production on the water with your wood. So by taking that extra, what is it, 100 wood? How much is a mill? A mill is 50 wood, so never mind. But even 50 wood. 50 wood is almost the cost of 1 fishing ship. So by taking that time to sacrifice those resources and put them towards a mill and get wheelbarrow instead, you're sacrificing your presence on the water. And with Delhi, that's really important because the Delhi fishing ships are so strong, but these Logia attack ships are stronger than the Dow, stronger than the Kremlin. Oh, sorry, wait, what am I saying? The Delhis are not stronger than the Kremlin with their fishing ships. The Dow is going to be not as strong as the Logia attack ships. That's what I'm trying to say here. So 3 Logi attack ships on the map. You're getting healed up by the dock, supported by the Kremlin. Hera's been pushed off the water at this point. If I was in this situation, I would just say, fuck it. Let's go put all our villagers onto food and get that economy going here. But it looks like Hera's opting to go for some military production potentially instead. I'm not quite sure exactly what he's looking at here. We have some idle military around the map. We do. We have these idle military units over here and some idle fishing ships there. And while the Dows are coming out and doing an okay job pushing the Logi attack ships back, Hera's sitting now on 9 fishing ships. His opponent is sitting on... How many is he sitting on? He's sitting on 10. So Marine Lord has been able to kind of keep one step ahead. He's really focusing on taking out the economy of Hera. Marine Lord ahead in food. Back at home, he's still got a lot of villagers. Well, he had a lot of villagers on food. Looks like he only has what's on the water now, actually. There's 10 here. Where's the 2 food villagers that he has? Okay, either way, it doesn't matter too much because the roots are just so strong on the water. On hybrid maps like this, you usually do see the Delhi actually pulling ahead in these kind of circumstances, but Marine Lord just coming in this match with a really great strategy. He really knew what the Delhi were going to be looking for once he saw that Hera was playing Delhi, and knew that he had to really take that early aggression. So he's not going to have the Golden Gate to boost his economy up to the next age, but looks like we're going to be playing this in feudal either way. Marine Lord getting more and more positioned every minute here to age up to Castle, but opting to still go for that military production instead. We have some early knights coming out now as well. Back at our base, how many military production facilities do we have for Marine Lord? We have 2 stables as well as 2 stables for Hera last time we checked, right? Yep, 2 stables. We're getting some more houses going up here. Horsemen having to pull back because there's too much going on down there. The Kremlin's too much pressure. The Logi attack ships are too much pressure. They outrange Hera at every step of the way. Military-wise, we're at 17 military units versus the 28 for Hera, but again, a lot of those are fishing ships, so it doesn't really count. And economically speaking, 50 villagers for Marine Lord and 46 for Hera. Who's not able to stay on the water well enough, and Hera actually now opting to go into the next age. Or that's Marine Lord, rather. Marine Lord going to go up with the Abbey of the Trinity, so going to try to get the relics on the map. We didn't get a chance to really talk about the spawns for these players, but Hera's not going to have an opportunity to raid. The Delhi aren't really a raiding civilization anyways, and this gold is going to be protected the whole game. There's not really much that Hera's going to be able to do to raid this. Unless he's really able to break through the middle of the map here, which he's not going to be able to. His fishing economy is safe for now until these six Logi attack ships decide to come and, for lack of a better term, fuck his shit up. And now he's going to try to get some harass back on the base of Hera, maybe on the gold. But he knows that there's units there chilling, and he's got to pull off the front wood line in order to keep it nice and safe and secure and pull onto the back one over here. Berries being captured for the Delhi now too. That fishing economy needing to be supplemented by some production at home. And Hera now pulling ahead just a little bit in food. Are we transforming a lot of these ships? We are. So these ships are upgrading to Logi attack ships right now too. Looks like Marine Lord is actually getting ready to put the nail in the coffin here into Hera, because he's getting these ships ready to, not ready, they're actually transitioning as we speak and have transitioned already. And we're going to get ready to take out this wall and really push into that fishing economy. Gonna get some, are we getting any, oh crap, we're getting some demo ships, so that's the right play from Hera, but there's a raid going on here. Gonna try to interrupt the food gathering economy of Hera back on the land, and maybe even push into the wood line as well, but the TC is right close by enough to these berries. They're really able to actually protect a lot when you garrison all those vills in, having to transition off of a lot of gold gathering villagers onto the food. And now I think we may have missed some demo ship action. Oh, never mind. There is a demo ship. Bye-bye, Logi attack ship. They're going to go kaboom, and all of that production and transition from Marine Lord may have actually gone to waste here, as they're able to actually change the tides of this map. This villager getting picked. Poor little guys in the wrong place at the wrong time. But even more ships coming through still for Marine Lord. He's going to be able to keep kind of building this up and up. He's got food economy at home, I believe, right? Yeah, he's got some food economy at home. He's got the food gathering ships on the map here. More engagements going over here. Being pushed off of the wood line for now. Berries still nice and safe and secure. And Hera really just hasn't even been on the other side of the map. Let's look at his scouting for a minute here. He found the TC earlier when his 2 scouts died, and that was it. He hasn't been on the other side of the map this entire time. He hasn't been across this crossing, like, at all, basically. Whereas Marine Lord, on the other hand, he's everywhere. He's been in the base. He's on the water. He's now actually completely shut down the fishing economy from Hera. And Hera has to rely on gathering from berries and sheep, which, again, he kind of Uber Eats a whole bunch of sheep over to his opponent earlier in the day, or earlier in the game, rather. So he's at a very, very large economic disadvantage here. While it might show his income per minute is higher at the moment, that's just because of all the pulling off the fishing economy that Marine Lord did in order to get the economy bumping. And mind you, Hera is almost finished downloading. Wow. Yeah, Hera's downloading wheelbarrow technology in order to increase his gather rate for all his villagers and his gather capacity. And Hera just has no more fishing economy whatsoever, which is really scary. Because what's he going to do? Realistically, what is he going to do? Now that there's no real fight going on here, he can kind of more safely get that passage across the map. But there's way more knights, I think, right? There's 5 knights here versus, 5 lancers here as well for Hera, and 4 horsemen supporting as well. But he's going to be able to, Marine Lord rather, is going to be able to build into this a lot better. And he's actually going to start getting some spearmen as well, because he knows that Hera's gone into a lot of cavalry. So by the time that Hera's been going to be able to build up a critical enough mass to fight this, there's going to be enough spears out on the map in order to do some work here. Looks like another demo ship went down to try to take out some walls potentially here. And it actually looks like got a pick on some reinforcing units as well. Oh yeah, this demo ship's just chilling here to try to take out any reinforcements coming across the water. Great play by Marine Lord, great presence of mind. Only 1 knight going down there, or 1 lancer, but still that's enough. But looks like we have lost some... Okay, looks like we actually do still have a dock that never went down for Hera. There's so much going on in this game, it's hard to keep track of exactly what's going on. But Hera, still keeping one of the docks up, got a demo ship out and took out some of the lot of the attack ships from Marine Lord, but still, there's going to be this guy transitioning into a demo ship, trying to cut off any more supply, any more reinforcements across the map. Not really going to have safe passage over here either. Relic being scooped up by Hera now. Does he have any other relics at home? There's 1 relic in this mosque here. Abbey of the Trinity does not have any relics in it just yet. It looks like we're only just pumping out a monk now. So, a little behind on getting the gold economy bumping here. Hera's actually ahead in that regard, but food is just so significantly ahead for Marine Lord. Whereas, for Marine Lord. Hera's gold is ahead by a lot, but it's because he has the relics already. He has the 1 relic. He's got 17 vills, he's got 23 vills on gold, just the 17 on Marine Lord. And we have another engagement going on over here. This ship not quite a demo just yet, but a good engagement nonetheless. Looks like we maybe had a unit going on over here, a horseman, if you would. And Marine Lord looking to maybe push across the map. These spears being out now cause a big problem for Hera. What's Hera able to do? Let's take a moment to breathe for a second. What can Hera do to actually come back in this game? Because Hera's behind. Hera's behind economically. Sure, he's ahead in gold, but that's going to change in a moment here. We heard that relic sound across the map here, the warrior monk picking up that relic. And actually, a big engagement coming out here for Marine Lord. We're going to have some animation canceling from Hera, but it's not going to be enough. These spears are going to do a lot of work on these straggling knights over here. These knights aren't going to be countered at all. Does Hera have any upgrades for his knights? He's only getting his 2nd melee upgrade right now. Actually, no, he's getting his 1st melee upgrade right now. What am I saying? So doesn't have any other upgrades currently except for the melee defense. And that takes a while for the Delhi, right? Because they have to wait for that upgrade to finish. He's got 3 in the mosque here, but he has no other mosque helping produce any technology, helping research time, so it's going to be down a little bit. Losing a couple knights here under the TC fire from Hera against Marine Lord, and Hera does have a larger mass right now, but again, those spears are going to be super effective. We should see some more units coming across the map shortly, I would imagine. No raiding going on just yet, but still causing some idle time for Hera. Hera actually had 25 idle villagers because this gold's down. His attention is kind of taken away right now at the back of his base. Marine Lord kind of distracting Hera all across the map. In game 1, Marine Lord was the distracted, but now Hera is the one that's not going to be able to really focus too much. Gold villagers still chilling here. 11 idle over there. Some more villagers going to be able to drop some houses, rebuild that population. Potentially, we're sitting at 42 vills for Hera versus the 76 for Marine Lord. You have a 2nd TC? Where's his other TC? He's only got 1 TC. So that's all in fishing ships and what's on the land. So those fishing ships are doing huge for Marine Lord. Again, look at the difference in economic income now. Even just, I think, 1 relic. Only 1 relic on his way back. Actually, Marine Lord taking his sweet time getting that relic that was over here back to his base. Kind of hilarious, actually. But with 1 relic and 17 vills on gold, Hera only having 5 right now because he's had to transition and pull villagers around a whole bunch of different places. He's short villagers, some of them picked off. Hera going for crossbows now to see if he can do some damage against the knights, which is a good call, I'd say. Going into the range units instead, going to keep the knight production up. So the crossbows are going to make some work against the spearmen if those are still being produced. But other side of the map, I don't think we have any more spearmen being produced, do we? We do actually have quite a bit. I'll eat my words there. Men at Arms now coming out from Marine Lord. Don't know if I agree with that specific unit choice just because he did see crossbows coming out. Maybe going for some more horsemen actually may have been a better play, but I digress. what's our production look like? We got lots more knights coming out, lots more spears and men-at-arms coming out now across the map. However, for Hera, we have lots of crossbows and knights coming out too. We're in a bit of a tricky situation for Hera. The pressure's been on this entire game. The economy's been in the favor of our Roost player, Marine Lord. I'm running out of words to say. Just so much exciting stuff is going on this game. I'm really having a hard time. But either way, this is such a fun match. Hera trying to do some work against the spears, but of course in that rock, paper, scissors that is units effectiveness, it is not the most effective against spears. Against the knights and the men-at-arms, they will be great for that, however. Gonna try to capture a sacred site for Marine Lord in order to get some more gold and prevent any sacred sites coming up for Hera. It's actually gonna be both sacred sites now in possession for Marine Lord. Once that second one's captured, we're gonna go into that 10-minute timer, and I don't think Hera's gonna be able to push out enough for that. He's not able to keep up with the production. Still only on 44 vills versus the 87 of Marine Lord. 22 military units versus 32. Well, it's not that much. He could make it up. Economically speaking, he's gonna get lapped at this point. It's kind of like taking a victory lap in high school, doing an extra year. If you're from Canada, you'll know what that's about. Warrior Monk gonna come up and maybe heal up some units as well. Hera with a significant number of idle villagers on food. 6 food producing units at the moment on the tier at the back. He's not been on water for a while now. He's trying to get back on water, but looks like he was denied a little bit earlier by potentially even some ships or some other units. And crossbows are out. They're not doing much work against the spears, but there aren't that many spears right now to really take care of. And we just have so much more production coming across the map here. He's able to keep reinforcing the front against Hera. And Hera's in a really tricky spot. Is this getting neutralized? No, it's not. So both sacred sites are captured. Hera can't really come back in this scenario. There's just not enough options left for him on the map. Sure, he's got the crossbows kind of patrolling, doing their thing, but the posturing in the center of the map, he's not going to be able to cross the water easily because he's been... Every time he's tried to cross the water earlier in the game, like 5 minutes ago or so, he was being attacked by demolition ships and exploded on and couldn't keep up. Income per minute still 1,700 food per minute versus the 315 for his opponent. The gold, we got 2 relics in the bank now. Another one is chilling here. Marine Lord saying, hey, I got both sacred sites. I don't even need to deposit this check. I can hold on to it for a later date if I really want to. And more horsemen because he knows that the crossbows are going to do a lot of work against knights, so he opts to not continue producing those. Lots of spearmen because they don't get countered by crossbows either. Does Hera have more knights coming out? He does, which are fine. Like, the lancers are okay. They're going to do fine against the horsemen, but not against the spears at all. More raids going on in the back here. Spears getting into the backline economy of Hera. Crossbows, well, there are a lot of them. There's 17 versus now only 4 or 3 spearmen. This push is going to probably be the nail in the coffin here. So what I will say is thank you so much for watching this game. I really appreciate when viewers like yourself come and watch this kind of content. We love Age of Empires 4 here on my YouTube channel, and just me in general. I love this game. Some of the GGs has been called out. So good game. This series, if you didn't watch the other game that I uploaded, go check it out. We're tied 1-1. Spoiler alert. I won't spoil the rest of it after this. But make sure to like the video, leave a comment for more content just like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everybody.